Hi everyone, and welcome to this Wix Experts webinar. I'm Rotem, I'm the marketing manager of the Wix Blog. Together with me,
I'm Maya, the product manager of the Wix Blog.
And today we'll show you how a blog can boost your online presence for you and for your customers and bring you a lot of quality traffic that actually converts. So on the agenda today, we'll start with why having a blog is crucial for every business. We'll continue with some examples, because examples are important, and success stories. We'll walk you through best practices for creating engaging blogs, and then hands-on demonstration on the Wix blog, how we work with it, how we create it. And at the end, we'll have some time for Q&A session. So since I'm from marketing, I always like to start with a number. I don't know if you knew, but more than 60% of US online consumers say they've made a purchase directly after they read a blogger's recommendation. It's a very huge number, and it just showcases how blog can be an important tool for you and for your marketing efforts.
Okay, Rotem, I think that before we start, it would be good if you could tell us why every business should have a blog.
Great idea. So why every business must have a blog? First of all, first reason is traffic. Every website that you're building or your website, the first thing, its essence is the traffic that you get. And with a blog, it's a great way to achieve that. First way is through social media, also social marketing. When you share a blog post on social, it's more likely to get engaged. It's something with more value, and people love blog posts, love to get the value from your content. And here we see a great example of a blog post that we wrote in one of the Wix blogs, and it achieved amazing engagement. I think we don't need to say more. Second way is SEO. Everyone are searching for everything today on Google, and Google loves a few things in order to rank you high. Quantity, the more pages you have, the more indexed pages you have, the more chances you will get to be ranked high on Google, and blog posts are pages on your site. Quality content, when you write blog posts with a lot of content, you have a chance to create valuable content.
A lot of content in the right way, and we will talk about it later.
Yes. Freshness, creating new content is great, both for Google and for your clients. It makes your website very dynamic. And the authority, at the end, when you have quality content and quality website, people will share your post, and then you achieve a lot of links outside linking to your website. Third thing, which is really cool in our blog, is the notification, automatic notification. Everyone who subscribes to your blog will automatically get a notification to his email. That way you achieve a great retention, very easy. And number two is the trust. We are working in a very competitive environment, and we want to show our uniqueness. We want to show we know what we're doing, and a blog is a great way to achieve that also. You can show your expertise, and we want to give you 3 action items to take home, 3 ways to create a very good post. One is to share your analysis of your market. You know your business, you know what you're doing, you know it better probably than other people, and people are looking for this information. You can share it with them and show that you know what you're talking about. Second thing is to create thorough tutorials. Video tutorials, step-by-step guides is something that people are looking for, how to do something. And you have the knowledge to share it. Third thing is to give tips and new techniques about your industry. I think it's something that everyone loves to see. Catch the moments. Whether you have a new product, new launch, or something trendy in your industry, you can immediately write a blog post about it. Expect that people will search for it. People are interested in what you're writing if it's trendy. This example, we're showing a blog post that we wrote when we launched Wix Turbo. I guess you probably heard about it. And if you look for Google for Wix Turbo, the blog post will be one of the first things you will find. And it's a great way to achieve that. And stay responsive. We think that a great way is to allow comments on every blog post. When you allow comments, your clients, your readers can talk with you, can give you feedback, can tell you what they think about you, about your services, about your products, and you get this feedback for free, very easy. Just make sure that you answer questions if people are asking you something. Be responsive, stay responsive. Ready for another number?
I think so, yeah.
So B2C companies who blog generates 88 more leads. 88 more leads. It's huge number, even bigger than the number I showed you before. And we believe it's like simple math. Quality traffic that arrives at the right place, at the right time, together with professional content that shows you're an expert of what you do, brings you better conversion. It's simple math. It's 1 + 2 = 3, and that's about it in why businesses really must have blogs.
I think it's a good time to show some examples.
Yes.
What do you think?
I think so.
Great.
So let's move on to these examples. Before I move on to the first example, I just want to give you a challenge. After this webinar, you can go and search for look for the company that you adore the most. If it's Adidas, if it's Apple, I don't know, and write Adidas blog, Apple blog, go for NGOs that you like. Anyone has a blog. If not, send them to me and I will contact them. But you can see that everyone from the biggest company to the smallest company, they all need a blog, and the biggest one, who are the ones that we are following, they have blogs. Not just them, also us. At Wix, we have lots of different blogs. We have a blog for photographers, we have a blog for content writers, we have a blog for designers, for engineers, and the main Wix blog, which is all things related to marketing, web design, and the things that we are doing. They bring us a lot of value. One great example is a blog post we created, like a how-to guide, step-by-step guide on how to create a photography website. After only 2 months, this blog post ranked first on Google with the feature snippet. You can see it right over here. That's actually the guide. It's like something that answers a question, okay?
And you don't have to pay for it. Like, it's not an ad or something. It's Google just choose your answers, the best answer for this question. And this is, I think, amazing because it's free.
It's free, and it brings, for this example, we got 20% conversion rate, which means 1 out of 5 people who read this post became a Wix user and probably also have a photography website on Wix. That's amazing. But it's not just us. We have a great example for you of an expert such as yourselves. So meet Kevin.
So Kevin is today with us. So hi, Kevin. And we want to tell you a bit about Kevin. So Kevin is the owner of Reserve Web, a web design agency based in Switzerland. And he has a blog on his website, so let's have a look. So this is his homepage. You can see the beautiful design. When we scroll down, we have a recent post widget. And if we go to the blog page, we can see the beautiful feed. Okay, looks really, really nice. On his blog, Kevin showcases his projects, and it's really interesting to read it because it tells the story about the entire process and not only the end result. Kevin also writes about Wix products that he's using, such as Wix Blog and so on. And his posts are really good. Some of them are ranked first on Google, if you search for the right keywords, of course. Another interesting thing that you can find in Kevin's blog is the story of his personal experiences, such as his trip to Wix headquarters in Tel Aviv. And this is the post where we are seeing it right now. We had a really great time with Kevin. We met him, Rotem and me, on the Wix rooftop. And I'm sorry that we don't have an image from this moment, but
but maybe this was us.
This image was taken on that day. And it's really nice, and people can read about his experiences and see his project and everything on the same place.
And by the way, it's not just for his website. Kevin uses the blog for almost every website he creates for his client. We have some example right here. One of them is a tattoo salon. The tattoo artist has an amazing website, but also a blog. You can see that in his blog, he uses it as his portfolio, right? So whenever he creates a new tattoo, he takes a picture of it through his mobile app, by the way. He uses the mobile app and the blog together, so we do it on the go very easily. Every new tattoo is over here as an amazing portfolio.
Yeah, it looks really
And-
professional, very clean, and the images are great.
Yeah, makes me want to have it too.
Okay, Rotem, I think that it's time to reveal our special example now.
Okay, okay. I'm excited. So, a number before,
Why not? I'm with the marketing guy, so
because if you somehow need to convey your clients that why a blog is important for them, so take a look at that. Consumers feel 60% more engaged with a brand after reading their blog. Okay, you have again, we have like a lot of competition. So if you have a blog that is more personal and shows that you're an expert, people will more likely will engage with your brand. And now let's see our brand.
finally.
So this is RNM, a website we created for this webinar. It's for RNM, it stands for Rotem and Maya,
Of course.
our web design agency.
We created this website especially for this webinar, for you guys to demonstrate some really cool things with the Wix Blog. So this is our homepage. You can see that we feature here our clients. There are some examples from our portfolio. And when we scroll down, you see the most important part, of course, the featured post section of the blog. So let's go into one of the posts. Okay, this is the single post page. Please pay attention to the title. It's really important to have a catchy title because the reader decides whether to read a post when he reads the title, so it's important. You can see the structure of the post here. We have paragraph with subtitles, and it's really important to use them. Also dividers and lists and so on, because some people don't really read the post but just scan them, so it helps them to find what they are interested in faster. We also use here images, media in general, because media, it looks good, it makes people stay longer, and it helps you to express ideas. And last but not least is the length of the post. Know that longer posts with 1,000 words and more, they perform better on Google. And also it looks very professional and helps you to build the trust that you want to build with your readers.
And by the way, we also added the subscribe box here right near the post, so because we feel that if someone comes to our website and read a post and see that it's interesting, is more likely to subscribe to our website and subscribe to our news, rather than just see a website and subscribe. So now he got the value.
And on this sidebar in general, we had Instagram and subscriber box, but you can put there whatever you want. An about section, your recent posts, your featured posts, and ads using Google AdSense, like whatever you want, and it's really good real estate to use.
Yeah. And another thing we wanted to show you is how we constructed the blog itself, the feed itself. So we have here the categories. Categories, if you have a lot of content and you have content in different topics, it really helps the reader to understand what we have here and what to expect when he lands on your blog. If it's web design, if it's marketing, he can go to whatever is interesting for him. And again, right time, right place is really crucial when you have a blog or for any website. Time is of an essence, I guess.
Yeah, and it's built in the product. You can use you have the main feed and you have the categories feed. You can have different design for each one of them.
And the search, by the way, also.
Yeah.
Nice.
This menu is built in the product.
Okay, so let's recap the things that we spoke about right now.
So we talked about how to write great posts. Okay, we talked about the titles. It's important to choose good titles. There are a lot of titles generators out there on the web, so you can search for one, and it will help you to write better titles. Structure your posts. Use paragraphs. Use subtitles, bold lists, and so on. Use media because it makes people stay longer, and it looks really nice. And think about the length of your posts. 1,000 words and more is the best for search results.
We also spoke about the creation of the blog itself. So we used categories to organize the feed. We showcase featured posts on our homepage. It makes the website a bit more dynamic and lets people understand that we have a blog on the website, and these are posts that we think that are most important. We added subscribe box. You can also add CTAs if you're writing about something and at the end you want people to do an action. So let them know that you want to do that they want them to do the action. and design it to your tone and style. You saw we created a very unique blog that fits our brand. And now we're going to show you how we did it. It's just a few adjustments in the blog, but it's really important to make sure that the blog fits your brand and looks like a part of the website. So now we will demonstrate it.
Yeah. So we assume that all of you know how to add the blog to the site. So we will just show how to create this cool widget with a cool design that we add on our homepage. So let's go to the homepage. Yeah. We remove the widget, okay, so we can create it together with you guys. What's special about this widget is let's first go to the right place and add the widget. What's special here is that we are using the regular layout of the custom feed, okay? It's called postcard, with some tricks. We're using here, Rotem will show, that we are using here transparent images with transparent background, and we are going to reduce the transparency of the background of the card into 0. And then we got this really cool look of transparent images. Let's change now the font color and the font size. Yeah, I think that we're good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And now let's go to the display tab.
I think I will remove all of them.
Yeah, it will look better.
Or maybe add the dates.
Yes. Looks good. And Rotem, don't forget to show only featured posts. Yeah, click on the toggle. Great. And now we see here the featured post of this blog, and currently we have only 2, so this is why we see only 2. So I think that now it's time to create a new featured post.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Through the blog button on the editor, you can go to the blog manager. It's really easy.
We already prepared a draft of a post. We know that in our industry, SEO is something crucial for people. They're always looking for it. So we did a small research. One of the best practices that we suggest is to start with pen and paper, think about your idea, think about what you want to write, then move to Google, see what people are talking about, see what they're searching for, and try to answer those questions, and then go and write your post. You can see here that we chose a very nice title, the definitive list of SEO trends. We used SEO trends because that's the keyword that we are aiming for, and we wrote that it's for 2019 to make it to make it clear that it's fresh, it's about now, it's not something old, it's something that we wrote just now, and it brings you value. You can understand what to do now. We used images, we used a lot of paragraphs and subtitles. Make sure also with the subtitles, you need to make sure that they are marked as subtitles.
Yeah.
It helps to Google a search engine to understand the structure and to understand your content. And I think you just need to add, I will add alt text to the image.
Okay. Maybe you can explain why alt text is so important for blog posts?
So, on the one hand, it's Google. Google understands what is the image about once you have alt text. And it's also very important for accessibility reasons, because people sometimes scroll the web with accessible features, and that's how they understand the images.
Okay, now I think that it's ready for post settings, yeah. So let's add all the details and then publish our new post. So first, let's add a custom cover image. By default, you see that we are taking the first image, but we want to have a special image that will have the same look and feel of the other images. So Rotem is now uploading it and feature this post, don't forget. Let's mark the relevant categories. And you know what, maybe add a new category for SEO.
I think it's a nice idea.
Great. And let's make sure that SEO details are okay. I see that the URL is too long, so let's make it a bit shorter. Just SEO trends for 2019. I think that it's good. Great. Yeah. And the title is also too long, so maybe just SEO trends to prepare. Yeah, and here you can see the preview on Google, how it will be look. Yeah, I think that we are ready.
Yeah, I think also here you can create something a bit more luring, I guess, a bit more, but it's also something important to think what people will see and how they will react to it. It's important.
Okay, so let's
So I'll
publish
save
the
it
post.
and publish. Okay, let's see that the post is here.
Okay.
Yes, we have the featured post and we're done. Yeah, so the first question is, how often may I publish the news in my blog to not be too much or too few? So it's a question that we hear a lot, and it's really depend on what's your industry and what you're writing about. In Wix, for example, we write a few posts every day in a few languages, but I guess that one post a week is enough for most purposes. And again, it should be something with relevant content and relevant for your audience. So once or twice a week, I guess it's enough, unless you have news that for every day, or you have a magazine or something that is more related to blog post and content all the time. But once or twice a week, I think it's enough.
Okay, and we have another question here. I see that you're asking that you're asking how did we add a sidebar to the single post page. So if you don't have this ability yet, it's a new feature. We are rolling it out, the ability to customize a single post page. Up until now, it was part of the feed, and now we separated it into two different pages. So soon, all of you will be able to customize your single post page, to make it smaller, to add sidebar elements like Instagram and subscriber boxes we added, and so on.
But let's show just how it's working now for your new websites, maybe.
Yeah, sure.
So you go to the blog feed, you click on settings, and then over here you have the option to customize your post page. You just click go to post page, and then there you have it. You have your post page. You can add all the elements over here easily, remove how you feel like it.
Great. Next question.
How do you suggest to find relevant topics for blog posts? That's a great question. So as I said, first of all, I think with a pen and paper, and I think about my industry, what people will want to know and what people want to hear, or what do I know, what knowledge do I have that I want to share. Then I'm going to Google. I have an example from the last post that we just showed you. So I wrote best SEO tips, one thing that I thought people might look for. Then I saw the first article that is ranked first. You see, again, it's with feature snippets. So I'm reading articles, I'm reading the top 10 articles about this thing and see what people are writing about, how they react for it. And also I'm using this nice thing of what people ask, what also people ask. So you can see that people that are asking this question are also asking those questions. So if you can manage to answer all of these questions in your article, that's an amazing way to achieve good ranking and also to bring the value that your clients want.
Okay, I think that we have time for more questions.
Come on.
Let's choose
Bring it
another
on.
one. Yeah. Okay, so we have another question here. Is there social sharing features on the Wix blog? So actually, Rotem, maybe you can navigate on our live site to the post page. Okay. On each post, we have now, and you see on the bottom of the post, we have all the social media icons. You can share to Facebook, Twitter, and you can share the link. Soon, as Google Plus are shutting down, we are removing it, and we'll add some new options, so stay tuned. And we will also have soon the ability to customize the share icons that appear here. You will be able to toggle on and off all of them. Okay, and I see that we have another question here about old blog. So I will read it to all of everyone. If I have a client with the old blog, how can I move to the new blog? So actually, we have a tool that is doing it for you in 2 clicks. In order to do it, you just need to go to the site with the old blog installed, install the new blog. Rotem will do it now. Install the new blog, and then go to the blog settings. There you will have a wizard with 2 steps. 2 easy steps. When we just migrate your post, all of your content, all of the structure of your content, everything is moving, and we will change the links for you.
So you saw I just went to the blog feed, I clicked on settings, I got this screen, I can click get started. Once I copy the post, I will see all my posts being copied.
Okay. So how do you select keywords for your blog post for SEO?
That's a good question again.
Question, yeah.
And it relates to the other question that I think was the first or second question of how to find topics. So once you have the topic, you go to Google, you see what people are writing, what people are looking for. You can also use Google tools to see the volume of the keywords that you're thinking about. So you can try and see what's better and what has more volume or more volume. But keep in mind, if you're using a keyword that has a huge volume, so it probably will have a lot of competition, it will be harder for you to rank higher. If you're choosing niche keywords, you have more chances to rank high on those keywords, and actually it brings you the exact intent that you're looking for. So the more intent you have, the better results you'll get. Let's recap of everything, I think.
I think it is a good time to recap.
Okay, so we talked about how a blog is a great tool for you to get quality traffic and to showcase your expertise for both for you and your clients. It's also a great way for your clients to easily create content on their websites without going to the editor, without touching anything.
Without ruining your design sometimes.
And it's really easy. We showed you one example from Kevin, but we have a lot. Find the topic, research for it before you start, find the keywords, and then create a blog post that will bring the actual value that you want to give to the customers.
And also don't forget to follow the best practices that we talked about earlier. And at the end, share your post with the world with using social media, email marketing, and so on.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
So guys, our time is up. Thanks again for joining us, and sorry for the technical issues at the beginning. We'll send you soon an email with a link to survey and an article that we recently added about how to write great blog posts. And stay tuned for the next webinars.
Bye-bye.